Silicon Valley, technology, art, green, and sustainability.
Hi, welcome this evening to Silicon Valley Technology, Art, Green, and Sustainability. Today I have a returning guest who's a leader in the building industry and in green building here in the Bay Area and beyond. Iris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now for the people in our audience who did not see the last show, could you tell them who you are, what you do, a little bit about your company?
Yes, I am a general contractor. I'm a certified green advisor, certified kitchen and bath designer. I'm the founder and CEO of Harrell Remodeling. We're a residential design plus build firm, and we work on houses all over the peninsula.
So certified green, what does that mean?
Well, Build It Green is the organization locally here that is probably the biggest organization pushing green for the existing home stock. And they do a lot of training of professionals, and I think they're very progressive, just a fabulous organization. And they really stay ahead of, and they're pushing green issues in the building departments as well and getting great traction.
And you're a trainer for them, you said? Or?
Well, I'm a certified green building professional. I have completed their training, and I'm also a Green Point advisor. For instance, somebody who wants to get their home rated to see how they stack up as a Green Point rated home through Build It Green. I do that for my own clients just as an advisor.
How long have you been a Green Point advisor?
Well, they've only had this program for the last year and a half or so, and I just completed it last year.
That's great.
And I actually my home has been Green Point rated, and it was one of the beta test homes.
Oh, okay.
And it got, I think, 107, something like 104 points.
Well, I think we'll come back to that in a bit. Every year I go to these jazz in the plazas in the summer, and you guys are a great supporter of that. Can you tell us about the things that you're supporting locally in Silicon Valley, especially in these economic times? It's great to see that you're supporting the different organizations.
Well, there's a lot of nonprofits that are doing so much good community work that all of our communities rely on. And that's one of the many ones that we participate in. Of course, we've done obvious ones like Build It, Habitat for Humanity. We participate in Build It Green in some of their stuff. We also, the most recent thing we completed was I got a lot of our trade specialists and a lot of our employees, about 50 people, to Stevenson House, which is an affordable senior living center in Palo Alto.
I think I remember seeing that at the Palo Alto Green Fair.
And and what we did is they needed an exterior paint job. We helped them pick the colors. We got them to agree to the colors, and then we showed up in one day and did a massive paint job. I mean, it's
so
a
you
very
say show up. How many people from
over 50 people
from your company?
But there were like from my company maybe 10 or 12, and then there were our trade specialist subs that we use a lot. And
nice.
Actually, Gus Camelinga of McDermott Painting, who is one of our favorite painters, led the team. And it's phenomenal what you can do with 50 professionals in one day who are well organized.
Nice. Can they come to my house? I know you're involved in, is it YWCA or
YWCA? Yeah, the YMCA actually.
The YMCA.
I'm on the board for Silicon Valley.
And I know a little bit about that organization, but how does that relate to the building industry and what you're doing? And
well, it doesn't relate to the building industry, but the YMCA, some of my favorite clients are on that board, and they actually came and talked to me and said they need someone on the board who has building experience on the property committee, because they've merged Mid-Peninsula and the Santa Clara group has merged, and so there's like 15 properties or something that have to be assessed, improved, and so they want people with construction experience and design experience involved from a board perspective.
So that's really nice for you to volunteer your time to help with that.
But in terms of what they do, I was not raised in the YMCA, but I now have a great nephew who received a scholarship this summer. This is down in LA for day camp, YMCA day camp, all summer long.
Nice.
And his mom is a single mom. You know, she doesn't have the money to send him to camp, and he's just blossomed from the training there. So they do all kinds of work for lower income people, and also there are a lot of families that just want to go to the gym together.
Yeah, I know there's a large fundraiser coming up. They do an annual lunch, I guess October 9th or 15th or 8th, something like that in October.
Yeah, so they just do phenomenal work, and the more I learn about them, the more I'm just amazed at how much big footprint they have in terms of helping communities.
So, so you help with the Jazz in the Plaza. You're on these the board of the YMCA or YWCA.
YMCA.
I always get them confused.
Yeah.
And last time we talked, you had just completed some things with your green home, and the filming of a documentary was being done. And can you tell us a little bit about that and how that's going?
We did a documentary on the remodel of our home because it was a big remodel, and there was a lot of interesting technical things, including trying to get concrete on a hillside without tearing up the trees and dirt out from under a basement. So we finished it, and it's going to be aired on KQED October 3rd at 4 o'clock, the day before the Build It Green tour on October 4th, where they'll have, I don't know, maybe 15 homes on the peninsula, and our home will be on it. Nice. On tour for that day if they buy a ticket.
Well, that's interesting. And that's October
3rd is the documentary at 4.
And the tour is?
And the tour is the next day from 10 to 4.
Well, maybe we can get part of the documentary to play on this show too in the future, after it airs in October.
Yeah.
So the documentary also, the woman that made that she did some documentaries in San Jose as well? Or?
Pam Walton.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a very well-known filmmaker actually in this area. And she's done a lot of gay issues. She also did the Raging Grannies,
on the Raging Grannies, yeah.
Which is a wonderful documentary.
Which I've heard of it, and I still haven't seen the Raging Grannies.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
These are,
I'll have to get a copy from you.
Tend to be grandmothers my age who were hippies probably in the 60s, and they have a lot of conscience about social justice issues. And they go out on the street corners and put on these funny outfits and sing and just get everybody's attention. And everybody loves them because they're grandmotherly.
And they're all over, not just California.
No, I think it's a very local group. I don't know how wide they are, but I know the ones here.
Okay. Yeah, I think they won an award at the CineQuest last year or the year before?
It was last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so since our last meeting, it's a little later in the year, it's been a few months, and the economic downturn, we're kind of in the thick of it. Have you seen any changes, any upswings or more downswings, or any trends that you can share in the construction industry with us?
Yeah, I think we're at the bottom of a U. I think we've hit the bottom. I think it's starting to come up. Our phone calls are actually higher than they were this time last year. The average job size is smaller. There's a lot more maintenance work and a lot more repair work, which we're very happy to do, along with our design build stuff. We have a division for that. But I think people's confidence is coming back. Not roaring, but people realize they're still alive and they need to take care of their house, and their kitchen still doesn't work, and if they still have a job, they're ready to go forward.
Well, and was it Kepler's Books, I guess, a while back, and noticed you guys are having seminars there. Are you doing a lot more outreach and as far as education in the construction?
I think consumers, as educated as we are as homeowners, we don't know what we don't know if you're just a homeowner and you're not in the business, and you don't know what the latest codes are, what the latest opportunities are in improving your kitchen, what the trends are in appliances, et cetera. So we tried to do, I used to be a school teacher, so I approach the world that way. Once a school teacher, always a school teacher. So we have...
That's a job I definitely couldn't do. I don't think I have the patience for it.
We have consumer workshops where we just have different topics. Kitchen and bath is coming up at Kepler's, I think, on the 12th. On the 19th, we're doing the same one. at our design center in Mountain View, and then I think we're doing another one in between in Los Gatos.
Could you repeat the address for people too of your
Kepler's? Or well, the
your
address of our design center is 1954 Old Middlefield Way,
which is kind of the feeder road
off of 101 in
101,
Ringsdorf,
yeah.
that area. So,
so you have both at your office and then Kepler's. You have other places you're doing some educational outreach.
Los